Greetings, my fellow dwarves. Rodamon here. Thank you for tuning in to Dwarf Fortress Taming the Wilds, Episode 28. Release the Dave. What do you want to bet it turns out to be a merchant somehow? It could be. I don't know if it's allowed that they, can do crime. Yeah, I could be wrong. Nice. A hunter taking down a bull moose. I've definitely tried to hunt moose in the past and failed. Chase them around endlessly, never catching them. But I was not really using bows and arrows back then. If you wanted to reclaim stuff from the pit here, here's the way to do it: is just go to the list, like if we wanted these gauntlets, and unlock it and then smelt it. Keep in mind that, of course, it's ugly to go here, so people do not want to sort through it. But if you were hurting for a certain resource, like that silver maul might be good. On the other hand, some items are really good to smelt, like individual bolts. And then some items suck to smelt. A lot of armor typically sucks to smelt. The amount of resource that you get from smelting depends on the item that you're smelting. So they're not all items are made the same, in other words. But there, I just went through that pile and cherry picked some things. And then make sure to have a melt a metal object on your smelter so that you actually do smelt it. And our axe dwarf is in depression again. It's really his injury. For some reason or another, he's just not recovered from this injury. And I don't know enough about the game to help him recover any faster. So he's just sad about his combat wounds. What's holding up the glass? Trying to figure that out, because we've definitely slowed down on glass now. So we don't have enough pearl ash. But all the kilns have pearl ash queued up. I might need more kilns, so let me throw them in. I'm gonna have the space. Okay, this level is all set for its walls. I don't know how many shell blocks I've made, but I'm guessing I have more than I want at the moment. What's interesting to me is this shape kind of looks like a book. Like an opened book, you know? Which is funny, because we have a library just next to it. Not so much on purpose, but I do like that coincidence. We definitely have a few copies of some scriptures in the library now. I don't know, maybe like 10 or fewer. And I had mentioned that it's going to be a little annoying to deal with all the random stones that we excavate from this project. because we already have a giant stockpile full of random stones that we tried to move out of the main hallway to make it look nice, and now we're just adding more and more stones, and all these stones are eventually going to just plop right where the dining room is. If I had my way, I would turn all of this Flux Stone into steel. It's actually not necessarily a smart thing to do, mind you, because if you... Steel is worth about the same as, like, precious metals. Like, really precious metals. It's valued very highly in Dwarf Fortress. So if you make a ton of steel really early on, going, oh yeah, it's going to be great for my military, what can end up happening is you set your game up to think that you're way better off than you really are, and then you end up getting thieves and fighters and things like that that want to take your steel from you, and you get crushed. Remember, they can't build walls diagonally? Yeah, my plan was to lay out all the walls and then pause the ones that cause blockage, but they just laid this one before I could get to it. I might be out of pine. Is that true? I'm out of pine. I make my beds out of pine, and I'm not planning on changing materials because the elves tell me I can't cut down trees. So let's cut down some more pine trees. Just while I'm up here. I chose pine because the evergreen leaves look pretty different than the deciduous rest of the leaves, so they're very easy to identify for me. I always, like any game that I'm playing of Dwarf Fortress, I try to pick one tree that's really easy to identify, so that it's easier for me to mass cut that specific tree. And I don't think that's too much pine that the elves will care. I'm pretty sure I'm below the 40 or whatever it was. I feel like we're making glass a lot slower now. All of the kilns that I have pearl ash queued up. Maybe it's a lack of ash then. Or just a lack of human or dwarf labor. I mean, could be, because I have them split labor between excavating and making glass. And they can't do both at the same speed, so... Stands to reason that that could be the bottleneck that I have. Just too big of a project for too few dwarves. But it's fine. They'll get it done eventually. And of course, the benefit of avoiding cave adaptation is forever, right? Like, once you have the setup for it, as long as you don't remove the room that is designed to help with cave adaptation, it's always going to be useful. This is so annoying. Just okay. Next level, I will not do my corners this way, because it seems to take a lot more time. It also looks like I need more shale blocks, so unlock. How much more shale do I even have? I might need to go mining for shale. Chill. 93 left. Yeah, I'm like low, but not super low. I never traded with the humans. And they left. Good job, me. Bye. Thanks for, you know, riding your wagons on my glass roof. So very kind of you to be considerate in that way. Okay, this level is good. Channel again. So I have 9 potash. I've got 7 ash, 5 pearl ash. So yeah, the pre-ingredients for glass I have. I just don't have a lot of them queuing the glass up. Do I have free bags for sand? Yeah, I have plenty of... Well, so there's gypsum in those, but... Why do I have so many gypsum plaster? Ugh. Yeah, no, I do have plenty of empty bags, though. So it's not bags, it's not sand. So yeah, I don't really know what's holding them up other than the lack of labor. Just me being patient and waiting. Because this is a super big project. It's too bad the windows aren't a little bit more transparent. I can't really see what's going on through them, even though I know that there's sunlight getting through. Oh, I thought they were going to go into a full song there. You false started me. If I had a more bustling tavern with entertainers, I could maybe get a concert going on. All right, let's check in on the interrogations. Already interviewed. Yeah, let's just keep going. Solving our first crime would be cool, but I really doubt we will. The longer it takes, the more the trail goes cold, the less likely are to interview the right person. I kind of wish that, like, dwarves that weren't deviant, like, would come forward with information, you know? That'd be really cool. Because as it is now, you just have to interview the right person. It can't... Every now and then when a crime happens, it will say that they're a witness. So I guess nobody knows someone took it, pocketed it, and probably left the map tile. And nobody has any concept that, you know, who it was. It's probably what's going on. All right, time for walls. Every guest is suspicious to you? I could check the guests, but most of the guests that I have now weren't here when it happened, so... And I immediately checked their pockets when it went missing. But I could schedule some guests. Trying to find... There's one. And that's two. Those are the two guests that I currently have. I could also schedule any long-term residents. So I think I have... No, that was them. Never mind. One useful thing is, like, children, to my knowledge, never lie. That's more useful when trying to investigate vampire deaths. But, you know, that's always a possibility. Just interview a bunch of children, see what they know. Other than the few people that are upset, that haven't changed their moods at all, two children and the axe dwarf, most people in this community is pretty happy. I guess Double Dwarf is a little pissed. You're pissed at 22? Man, you have a terrible life ahead of you then. Oof. Alright, we're good for another walling. Getting pretty close to the tavern, though. Or the dining room, rather. So taking a look at this. Needs sand-bearing items. Sand-bearing items. Needs pearl ash. It's mostly sand-bearing items. So a collect sand queue might need to be adjusted. So this collect sand, I'll say collect 20 sand. And then once we're done, I'm going to have a lot of, like, random sandbags to dump. And probably glass blocks that I don't need. That's a problem for future me, not current me. You can see why I want to cut this project into, like, multiple parts. And then make sure that you still want me working on it. It's mega. We're pretty close to the top window, though. I'd say about half. And we're ramping up our production. Even opened up the doors to more immigrants to try to aid in that speed. Let's see if I can't make our royal fusser happy, at least in one of the rooms. Hey, thanks for the bits. Spreading the love around. I'll drink to that. But if I'm playing Dwarf Fortress, I don't need an excuse to drink. Well, we walled up this floor rather effortlessly. So, a few more to throw in, and then we will excavate out, and we're 2 floors away. This is, I'm going to affectionately call the Big Dig. As any Bostonian here knows, that project took so long. Alright, I am out of pine logs for make bed. I have a feeling like the trees that I marked down to be cut just weren't. Because I set them on 4s, not 1. So I'm setting them on 1s now. Lazy woodcutters. This stream not brought to you by the Woodcutters Union. Because I called them lazy. I mean, I have 3 woodcutters, and 1 is like... 2 are talented. It should be a little faster than this. Why is my stone carver... Wait, what? So Proanite... Wait, what is Proanite good at? Why is he flashing? You are a legendary stone carver, but you're not working as a stone cutter? Oh, wait, that's, I'm thinking of something else. Okay. It's probably a good time for another raffle, though. So, let's run one. So, good luck. Oops, I didn't mean for this to be a 1 channel, but that's fine. And Happy Little Tree wants more shields. Armor, steel. I'll make a steel one for now. I do suspect that once this project's done, maybe you guys vote to ramp up military, get my Mark's dwarves back or something. It'll be up to you. But I can see that being a priority. So this is, we're getting very close to dining room now. Glass is kind of slowing down. But we're still working on it. And this is, all this project is for our dwarves not turning into cave trolls. I've also been very lucky. Despite the fact that my military is off duty, I have not had any attempted incursions, which I feel like I've now jinxed it and I'm about to get a giant or something, which is entirely possible. But with that said, let's go ahead and make sure that everybody is assigned to the burrow. So if I do need to sound the alarms, there's at least an attempt to go seek cover. Big maybe, because they don't work out. So the grand bedroom is satisfying now. Adding that one extra statue. You know what I could do? How much are copper statues? I have so much copper that I could crank out a few copper statues, and if they are worth anything, maybe keep them for decoration. Because there is a concept of statue gardens in the game, so I could also add a statue garden room at some point. I mean, I don't think it's like anywhere near a high priority to do, but I could do it. So I have 3 empty bedrooms, I think. Let's try to fill them. So settings, game. I'll raise the pop cap to 78. And hope that no one gets a divorce and demands their own bedroom. Come on. The world of information is like, you're trying to do what now? How goes the fortressing? It goes pretty well. Working on a big cave adaptation project. Uh-oh. Speaking of which, so we have goblin bowmen. Let's get a head count. So, Sakwa, congratulations, you win the raffle. I'm going to take a minute with it paused to deal with this siege, because I am under siege right now. So, if I'm under siege, behind the walls burrow gets enacted. Sakwa, I'm going to give you this legendary stone cutter. No, I didn't mean to unpause. So there we go. And then I'm going to raffle off one more to Mega Hoof. So Mega Hoof, you're going to become... I like the battle music. This legendary weaponsmith. I think they're legendary. Yep, legendary weaponsmith. Sokka? Okay. So, I have everyone coming into the burrow. I'm going to change the assignments so that soldiers are not assigned. And have my soldiers, who are currently off duty, scheduled to ready and also moving to go to the top of the ramp. Looks like there are 3 bowmen so far. No, 4 bowmen so far. 5 bowmen so far. Man, I'm good at counting. So I hope that my my dwarves are actually going to burrow now. Now there's the possibility of just turtling, obviously, but that's not my jam. So I'm gonna fight. Are they already shooting someone? Where are they? Okay, there's 6 of them. Yep. Okay, cool. And I have my axe dwarves top of the ramp and ready. There's a few of my guys that are out of position. And they are... It's going to be a problem because they're trying to use the door. So I left that door open as long as I could. I'm going to slam it shut now. And then I'm going to have my axe dwarves stationed more towards where these civilians are going to get caught up. So these are goblin thieves that are in front. But any second now, that door will slam shut, and they're not going to be able to traverse through. I have it as a high priority to pull that lever, and it's already linked. Oh, I think my axe dwarves decided to try to get... Okay, yeah, I see the problem. Axe dwarves, kill these two. So we locked one in, which is hilarious. What are you? You're a corpse of... I don't know who you are. But I don't know why you're there either. Let's dump you. So we locked one in to our dining room. So that means the other one has to go through the moat. And that means all of them have to go through the moat. So we did get that shut in time. So as soon as these axe dwarves are done killing the one that got in, which should be any second now because they're at the stairwell. Yeah, they're chasing him. He's trying to go into... That's a dead end, dude. And he's dead. Okay, so now that he's dead, the rest of my axe dwarves are going to station here at the top of the ramp. And then once they converge here, I'll counter hunt. So you can see them coming in. There they are. That's the closest ones. And then there should be a thief. There's the thief. I locked the thief out. So the thief... Oh, the thief stole a child. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the thief in time when it snuck through the construction access door. But this one died, obviously. So let me clean that up. Alright, so there will be an attempt to rescue that child. We'll see. This dwarf... Okay, who are you? Because you're going dastardly, Dave. Don't do that, Dave. You're way out ahead of everyone else, and that's going to be a big old problem for you. Please... Okay, you're not listening? What if I told you to defend the burrow instead? Yeah, no, you didn't snap back. All right, Dave. Well, you're on your own, man. What I could do is have these guys then go on the offensive, backing Dave up. Confirm. I think there's a fifth target somewhere, but that will have to do for now. Okay, Dave doesn't seem to have any problems with killing these goblins. I don't think he got hurt killing those 5 goblins. So, credit where credit is due. Whoa. Not only that, but you managed to lop one of the goblins' heads off and throw it out of our pit up 30 feet and almost into the river. Which is like Hulk smash level ridiculousness. So, fair play. Dave, don't need backup. So there's one more invader over here. And then the child snatcher here, which Dave is probably going to catch up to here in a second. Dave, you stopped. Here, let's go after the child snatcher first, because it's kind of more important. And Dave's on the prowl. And he's going to catch. Hey, kiddo! You're rescued. Okay, so Dave has killed the entire invading siege by his lonesome. No, that's not true. There's still one left. It's this guy. You are going to get Daved. Unless you run. Your only chance of survival is to run. And you have chosen to live another day. Congratulations, you don't get daved. All right, Dave, you're off duty. And you have caused quite a lot of mess, but considering the alternative of having a child snatched, thanks, I guess. Or more than thanks. But next time when you cleave a head, try to keep it, like, you know, tidier. Because you threw that head, like, a good 50 feet away from the body. Ars truck, right? Ars truck's head's up there. Where's Ars truck's body? Ars truck's body's down here. So, the body is in a 3-deep pit. Maybe a 4-deep pit? 1, 2... No, a 3-deep pit and, like, 6 cells over. So when you cut off his head, it was like you were batting for the fences and you just sent that thing flying. Cool. Oh, and you cut off someone else's arm and sent it flying too. Nice. Well, siege dealt with. That was our first siege. And also both snatchers dealt with too. And that was... I wasn't that quick on the door lever, but we did lock one in, which was hilarious. And I unlocked the door so that we can get back to work on the giant window. Con Humanus and Guitar Lillian, thank you for the resubs. You know what I should do? Who is Cathanon's... Where is Cathanon? Do you have a spouse? Oh, it's Noisy Boy? Ooh. Well, that's a problem. Now you have to go to your husband and be like, well, I heard you and Noisy Boy were bumping uglies. I was going to name the spouse after you, but had already been raffled. Well, that was a fun siege. I don't think Dave got hurt at all. I mean, steel armor's good. Pretty good. Especially against goblins. Where is Dave? Did you lose your name for all the slaughter that you did? Because that does happen. Yep. You lost your name. So dumb. What a dumb bug. Does anyone remember Dave's first name? I guess I could go to... Where would it be logged? Yeah, okay. It was probably Locum. Right? Who has killed 5 goblins. 6 goblins. Yeah. So you were Dave, and then you lost your name because you got kills. Oh, bugs. Because if I go to the other ones, yeah, like, you haven't killed anyone. Well, there you go. Dave the Axe Dwarf. I'm not going to try to fix all of the people, all the military people that lose their names, but at least for Dave, having killed an entire siege by himself, deserves to keep the name, the moniker. The man, or the dwarf, the myth, the legend. The legend of Dave. Well, someone needs to clean up the goblin corpses. Oh, let's also suspend the burrow so that people can go outside. because we're not going to make any progress on the window that is outside or the mining that is outside without actually allowing them back outside. We're nearly done excavating out. It needs sweeping. I know. All the adjacent trees shedding their leaves. It's one of the reasons why I had such a large moat walkway to prevent trees growing adjacent. And I could end up doing that up here because it prevents trees only spill their leaves a certain distance. So it prevents the leaves from dumping into the moat area. Again, it's just aesthetic. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, something that could be done. Oh, and a caravan is coming. This is the Dwarf Caravan, and I'm going to attempt to actually trade this time because last time I failed and the caravan sat there with all the humans and the leather that I wanted to buy and probably other things, and I'd never actually traded with them. So, let's not do that twice. Baroness wants more. Oh, 3 more ballista parts? You've got to be kidding me. Lady, you're off your rocker. We now have a colony of like 50 ballista parts. Is it forbidden to sell? It's not. Ooh, hold on. Oh, I see flaws in your logic. We're gonna get rid of them. Told me to make them. You didn't tell me not to sell them. They will often change their minds before the merchants leave, though. Well, I better sell them quick. That just sounds like a challenge to me. Challenge accepted. All right, broker. Well, what's funny is she's also my broker, so she's the one technically selling the ballista parts. Not that the game cares, because it doesn't. It will still penalize you, even if you're the one that sells it, but still, I find that funny. So, gonna make sure that all the parts are being hauled over here. Is it just me, or did this trader bring in a bunch of children? No, I just had a bunch of children standing there. For a second, I thought the merchant was just using child labor, and I was gonna report them to some authority. But that was not the case. I'm going to try to make the 2 other ballista parts that she mandated ASAP so that I can sell them. The merchants could leave the map with the banned item and I'll get the penalty anyway. Well, you know, if I'm going to be penalized on a technica. Oh, okay, we just lost another relic. This is starting to become a theme. Do you have it? No, but you noticed it, right? Am I gonna need guards? Let's see. I'm going to keep it paused for just a second so I can check the guests. I'm going to check the diplomat, because, you know, diplomats are shady people with their diplomatic immunity and all. There's a visiting mace. Oh, you're just a guard. I really don't have a lot of long-term guests at the moment, so there's like one human peddler who doesn't have an honor. Justice. Oh. The person that stole from me, Cole... oh, what? Implicates somebody. So Cole Netnotch knows something. About... I think this was the last theft? Why can't it just, like, highlight or selectively put them at the top of the list because they're the most relevant? Or have this list be any sort of alphabetical? Because it's not. Is there any rhyme or reason as to the sorting of this list? Because as far as I could tell, it has no sort at all. It's just like, okay, you're a Cole, but you're the wrong Cole. Oh my god. All right, let's try this again. So it's Cole Netnotch. And then this latest one has a witness, Ingrish, accuses Olon, the animal trainer. So let's, so here it is, Olon. I will schedule for a interrogation. Sorted by speciality. Yeah, it's, it could be better. It's seemingly, and without like a search, like if I could type in up here, like KOL, oh, no problem, right? How many Coles are there going to be? Or net notches are there going to be? But if you want to be diligent, it takes so much time. And this is not even a big fortress. This isn't a very particularly populous fortress. So it's only going to get worse. It's sorted by arrival time? I don't even see a coal. All right, let me make sure there is even a coal. And it's not, I don't even see a coal net notch. Who the heck are you talking about here then? They might have like come and gone. And apparently my captain of the guard wants more dungeons, even though he can't seem to close any cases. So Olon, one other thing I could do is find Olon, because this is a more recent crime. And yep, on his body, he has the relic. So yeah, obviously he's guilty. So there's one, at least. One crime solved. So the other one, you said it was before the deceased? Oh, maybe he's of one of the deceased? Nope. Nope. Yeah, I don't know where Cole is. Or what Cole is. The human peddler? Oh, was it? No, that's Lekka something or another. What's going on here again? You guys are failing to dump things. So here is the liaison. And we'll ask for cow leather. Or, yep, there it is. And then just make sure to move all of the ballista parts. Yeah, all the ones I have made are already moved. So we're just waiting on Happy Little Tree to go broker them. Oh, yep. No, the human peddler took it and is leaving with it. Yep. So the handoff has been made, and unfortunately, I don't know if my iron dwarves can get there in time. But because I don't know of a way to like expedite this process other than just send your guards to go murder someone. Right? Because, like, even if I schedule an interview with the person that obviously has it, nothing's going to happen in time, right? You know? And because I have that back door to make it quicker to leave, to set up the windows, yeah, she's going to be off the map tile before. Lucka tummy bent. And she just made it off tile. Oh, well. I can always go try to regain it at a later time with some extra mission. But, yeah, that happens. I'm going to move the crutch into this here, then. So, from the hospital, which doesn't really need a display item. Well, the crime was, wasn't solved. But what I can do is I did see it in the possession of Olan, so I can convict him anyway. Even though he isn't the one that has it on him, he was the fence, or he fenced it. But that's still a crime in itself. And they're still trying to get to Lekla. But she's escaped. I think, right? That was the one that we watched leave. Because all the other... Yeah, there's no human peddler on the map tile anymore. That's going to be a lot harder to do once the window is done. Because the person stealing it will have to make it outside of the moat before it's gone. Which is very unlikely, because then I can just slam the moat's lever and keep them locked in. And there's not going to be a functional way for them to leave. So this is a problem that will eventually get sorted out in due time. So, Olan has confessed and implicated Lekla. We already knew that it was Lekla because I had saw it in her possession. So I am going to convict Olan of the crime. And then convict Lekla if she's never coming back. But what can end up happening is people can visit us from the outside world and share rumors about artifacts. So there's still a possibility of me being shared a rumor of where that artifact ended up and then go retrieving it with a special mission from my military. Thank you for tuning in to Dwarf Fortress, Taming the Wilds, which originally streamed live on Twitch, January 24th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhodomont.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my gaming community, Rhodomont.com also has a link to Discord, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. A special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow dwarves.